If you own a home or you want to own a home, you should listen to this video where I'm going to share with you exactly what's going on in the real estate market today. During the pandemic, prices increased dramatically. And the reason for that was because people that lived in the condominiums and the small communities and the small dwellings, they wanted more space. Of course we wanted more space. I mean, you got 14 kids, climbing over your feet. Hey, we don't want that. Well, maybe it's one kid, but either way, they wanted more space. And as a result, people started moving out from the smaller condominiums to the larger townhomes, to the larger single-family homes. But guess what? Single-family home doesn't need to sell. So because of that, hey, single-family home, if I give you another $100,000, would you sell? Oh, yes, I would. And that causes prices through the entire market to escalate. And fast forward about another year and a half after that, after the pandemic, guess what happened? Inflation. You've heard about inflation. Well, inflation had a second rise of prices, which brings us to where we are today, 2023. Right now, we are at the top of the market in a flat line, relatively speaking, depending on your market. Appleton, Wisconsin, you're up 12.4% year over year. Oshkosh, Wisconsin, I hope I said that right. You're up 16.5%. Milwaukee, 13.7%. Santa Fe, 11.7%. Bristol, Tennessee, 18.9%. Oklahoma City, oh my goodness, I used to live in Oklahoma once upon a time, 14.7%. Elmira, New York, 14%. Burlington, 14%. Hickory, 12% for North Carolina. And in Georgia, 16.2%. That's how much prices have risen year over year. But more likely in your market, it's probably risen somewhere in the 3 to 5% range. Of course, the agent who shared this video with you can tell you exactly what's going on in your marketplace. You should hit them up. But here's the reality of where we are right now. As we're at the top of the market, what are the things that are impacting the market to stall? Well, you may have heard that interest rates have risen. In fact, interest rates today, you're looking at around, between 6.2 to 7%, depending on what type of mortgage that you're going to get. But again, it also depends on your credit. It depends on your debt to income ratio. In other words, how much money do you owe every single month versus how much money do you make? These are some of the things that we're going to impact how much you're going to pay for a mortgage. If you got great credit, you got some money in the bank, and you've got a great job, it's going to be lower than if it's, otherwise you're just struggling to make things, to get by. But here's the deal. Here's what I want you to understand is, yes, interest rates have risen, but guess what? If we look at interest rates through time, what do you notice on that chart? You notice, first of all, it's sharp increase from 2021 when I refinanced my home. I'm grateful for that. And if you had that opportunity, I'm sure you're grateful too as well. But right now you're probably thinking, well, I want to sell, but I don't want to have to pay 6% in interest rates. But guess what? Look back through time. Where are we? In fact, I bought my first home at around 8.16% in 2023 years ago. But guess what? I was really grateful to be able to refinance it even higher than the rates are today. So through the last 23 years, I'm even more grateful at the fact that I've built up a substantial amount of equity in real estate ownership, regardless of the interest rates. So depending on your goals, depending on what you want to do, right now may be the right time to buy, because we are at a flat line. Interest rates have risen, and guess what? If they go back down, you can always refinance. But in the reality of it is I don't think, well, I can bet you, I'll bet you my coffee mug that, it's an old coffee mug. I bet you my coffee mug that interest rates will never go back to 2%, ever. So if you're waiting for interest rates to go down, don't, because it's not going to happen. They may hover around, just, at that flat line. They may go down a little bit, but ultimately, this is what it is. And so it seems like the market stabilized. That's good news. So if you're looking for security, you're looking for safety, right now, it's a good time to buy or sell because we're in a stable market. If you want to know more about what's going on in the real estate market, ask the agent that shared this video with you. Hit them up. They can answer your questions and let them help you navigate through this journey that you're about to make to buy or sell. Good luck.